There we go. We got access to fire flowers now. That's nice, I guess. Anyway. Back to We'll Decide. Who am I playing as for the beginning of Gallery 3? Watch out, his name is Mario. Although I know I'll actually be switching back to Luigi pretty quick, so... Because there's a level that you play as Luigi in 4D Gallery 3. And it's pretty essential. Mannerism is the name of this next gallery. I didn't talk to Pith in the previous gallery, I just realized. Oh, screw it. You want to know the lore, you play the game yourself. Gabon Plains by Israeli. How much want to bet I get smacked by one at some point in this level because I'm not used to how Mario controls in this game. Couldn't even finish saying it before it happened.
Oh god.
Fine, I'll switch back to Luigi if you hate me that much, game. Yeah, I don't like Mario because I'm too used to playing as Luigi. I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck that wheel.
God.
The wheel does not like me.
Nearly any game that lets me play as Luigi, I just choose Luigi over Mario.
The only exception to that rule I've generally had is if I had to unlock him first, or in the case of 3D World, you have to play as certain characters in order to hit certain buttons.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much the only reason you'd ever play as anyone other than your main. Because you don't need to... Thankfully, unlike 3D Land, you don't need to beat every stage with every character in order to unlock the final level.
Honestly, I kind of don't like how you have to unlock Luigi in a lot of games.
Like 3D World is the only 3D platformer where you don't have to do that.
Like New Super Mario Bros, you have to beat the game and then you have to hold, what is it? You hold L and R and A.
Yeah, you hold the shoulder buttons. Technically, you can do that with the new game. I don't think you have to beat it first, but if you start a new file, I've definitely tried.
Yeah,
you can get an alternate version
until you beat the game.
Yeah, but you can do it at any time you like. They changed that for New Super Mario Bros. 2 for some stupid reason. Oh, hello. I didn't know that was there.
Mario Bros. 2 is just meh.
Meh. Meh with a ton of coin sounds. Like what you just heard there, just imagine that a millionfold.
It was, you know, it was just more New Super Mario Bros.
You know, I don't understand why everyone suddenly decided that U was better than Wii. Because I remember people not liking U when it first came out, and then all of a sudden it's the holy grail of the new Super Mario Bros. Series.
Like, I thought people still didn't like U.
People apparently like U more than they did Wii, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Because, like, from what I know, most people I hear their opinions about the new Super Mario Bros. Series from, they always like the original in Wii, but everything after that, they're just like, no. They do, although they might say some good things about Luigi U, though.
Mr. Burns by Halle Bavica. Yeah, I wouldn't know much about New Super Mario Bros. U because I was like, even though there's a bundle for it when I was buying my Wii U, I was just like, I don't want that one. I want 3D World. I don't give a shit about New Super Mario Bros. Anymore. But with that said, I'm probably going to get New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe at some point. If only because I want more games for my Switch. I only have 4. Now, given one of them is Smash Brothers, so I guess that kind of excuses my lack of games for the Switch if I have Smash Brothers, but... And technically I have 5. I have 4 physically.
Yeah, the only Smash games I have are the original on Virtual Console, Melee, and 3DS.
I own every one except the 3DS one, and I don't really hold regrets for buying the N64 one on Virtual Console.
Yeah.
It was like either that or Paper Mario, and I feel like I made the better decision in the long run because I kind of realized, having played Thousand Year Door so much, going back to the original Paper Mario is gonna suck. Because everything is gonna be off.
Yeah. I still think that's the Paper Mario that does remake more than 1000 Year Door.
Well, Nintendo knows they're under obligation to add Luigi's Marvelous Compass Adventure if they remake Thousand Year Door, so they're probably not ever gonna do that.
They can at least make a spin-off, like, with Luigi's Marvelous Compass
If they do
Adventure.
want to return to the old Paper Mario formula, that's what they should do. Make it a Paper Luigi game. Have it be his Marvelous Compass Adventure.
They even tease it in Thousand Year Door. It's not fair.
Well, it's not really a tease, it's just a side thing. Just giving them a
but the
reason to
kids-
put Luigi
well,
in there.
Well,
But it
remember
was so
do you remember
good. It's like it makes you want to play that adventure.
But
And it
do
makes
you
you sad
remember-
that it doesn't exist.
But do you remember that kid that would talk about playing games? First he talks about playing Fire Emblem, then the original Mario, and then the Thousand Year
Then
Door.
he teases Super Paper Mario after you beat the game.
And, like, he'll talk about how he's beaten the game when you haven't even beaten the game yet. That always irritated me. But, like, he's even said that he hopes, or he said that he said that he hopes there will be a Paper Luigi game.
I thought he just said... Okay, you can look it up on the Mario Wiki if you really want to.
No, I played.
How does no
somewhat
one
recently,
realize
so
when you're just Luigi with the bandana? Yeah, we've been playing as Mr. L for this whole stage, and I haven't even commented on it.
But yeah, he did say maybe they'll make a Paper Luigi game. That would be cool. Like, something like that. I know he mentioned Paper Luigi. I've played Thousand Year Door so many times that I'm very sure he actually said that.
Oh, I didn't even collect all the RMN coins. So yeah, that was Mr. Burns by Halle Bavica. One of 2 stages you get to play as Mr. L. And now we're going to go to Opposite Day by Ratty524. Or should I say 425 Ratty. This is one of 2 stages in the game where you travel through the level from right to left. I don't know why that's so uncommon in Mario fan games. Like, in all of the official ones, you either travel vertically or from left to right. There's no right to left at all. And like, you couldn't even do that in Mario Maker because it automatically puts you at the leftmost part of the stage.
It reminds me, Shigeru Miyamoto wanted Super Mario Bros. 2 to be a game that just scrolled upward at one point. When the idea was rejected.
Yeah, he ended up kind of getting his wish with Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah. But
which ended up becoming a Mario Brothers 2, so...
But I think a Mario game where you just went upward, I don't think I'd like that very much. Because, like, I think it works better if it's, like, you know, balanced out. Sometimes you go left to right, sometimes you go up.
Yeah, because despite being the super jumping brothers, they're really not adept at climbing things. If we're going to be honest. Oh, that was a skill dodge.
You know, for a man that's come up with a series that saved the video game industry, he sure comes up with some pretty bad ideas. Remember Star Fox Adventures?
I thought it was Fairfax Temperatures.
I remember that JonTron video.
But was that really his idea? Oh, is that the direction you came from? Kelly even mentions how it's so rare that you...
The thing about Dinosaur Planet was it was Miyamoto's idea. He saw that Rare was working on it, and he saw one of the characters look similar to Fox, and he was like, "You guys should make that Fox McCloud."
Shy Guy Desert Raid by Dark Lord Kainar.
That's what happened.
I thought it was just some partner, some Rare partner with Nintendo that said it, not Miyamoto himself.
Pretty sure it was Miyamoto, but that's what I remember from that Gaming Historian episode I saw. He's also part of the reason the Paper Mario series has gone to shit.
Yeah, because didn't he... didn't he say, like, for Sticker Star he was having much greater involvement because he wanted to make sure it was still a Mario game or some shit like that?
Like, he wanted it to be different. Like, because originally it was going to be similar to Thousand Year Door, but he wanted it to be really different, and he fucked it up.
Isn't the joke that he came in while they were in the middle of writing it and he was just like, what is this story shit? Get it out of here. I think people have made that joke with Super Mario Sunshine as well, because for the first half of the game, Peach is still there, but then she gets kidnapped. And like, there's a GIF somebody made of Miyamoto coming into a burning house with the pizza box in his hand, except the pizza box is Super Mario Sunshine.
And like, when it comes to Mario games, like, I don't really feel like they need a story, but like RPGs like Paper Mario, they really
benefit from having a good story.
Because like, I don't get why people have a problem with Peach getting kidnapped in like the 2D platformers and 3D platformers, because
They don't need a story. It'd be nice if there was something different. Even if it was just changing the target of Bowser's kidnapping so that Peach could be playable for once.
Yeah.
Cough 3D World.
But the thing is, the 2D and 3D games don't really get harmed by having the same story.
Because all the fun in the game is just being able to jump around in the space and clear levels and different challenges. It hurts the game if they aren't challenging, but which is a common problem with particularly the new Super Mario Bros. Series. I've heard has gotten pretty easy, but
yeah, except the post-game levels; those are always a pain in the ass.
I remember reading. I have an issue of Nintendo Power where they went over and covered New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and they said it was the most difficult Mario game they've played in a while. Which I kind of have to agree. Some of the later stages are quite quite tight in terms of how you're able to maneuver before you get smashed or something.
New Super Mario Bros. 2 was pretty easy, although at one point I thought the final boss in the main game was pretty hard, but then the last time I played through it, it didn't take me that long to beat, so I'm not sure what my issue was.
Fools, you've made a mistake opposing us. Iggy, remove our guest. I was trying to give an Arabian accent there, but that went in a completely different direction. I'm not even sure what that was. Ow! Chain reactions, they be a bitch. Impossible! Take our star and leave us alone. We'll leave this desert and never return. I don't remember if you fight all of the Kooplings in this game, but you fight a good number of them. Like, we fought Larry in the first gallery, we fought Iggy there, you fight Wendy in the 6th gallery.
Yeah.
Do I really want to use Wheel Decide again? I picked Peach, I'll go back to Peach. I can actually play as Peach. Oh yeah, and she still has her bomb suit. Neat. Mega Bowl Mine by Sarah Mem. So if they ported 3D World to the Switch, how likely do you think that it'll be that they'll add at least 2 more playable characters?
I don't know. How likely do you think it would be that they remove one and replace them with someone else?
Completely? I'm pretty sure people would be fucking pissed if they ported the first 3D Mario game to offer more than 2 playable characters and then removed them.
Well, here's the thing. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe removed one of the characters in the port.
Yeah, but it was just Yellow Toad. Nobody gives a shit about Yellow Toad, and all the characters play the same anyway. But in 3D World, all the characters actually do play differently, akin to Super Mario Bros. 2.
In New Super Mario Bros. U, there are some characters where the difficulty is different depending on who you play as. Like, Toadette makes the game easier, and...
But isn't that like
Nabbit,
the only exception?
Well, there's also Nabbit.
Okay, but
who
the thing is,
hit.
every character in 3D World controls a little bit differently. So if they removed
Yeah,
any
that
of
is
them, that
true.
would be a disaster.
Yes, that is true. Still.
Oh, I don't want that. I'd rather have the bomb flower, thank you very much. Even though it's technically
Well,
a
to be
hammer suit
honest,
in
I'm
this
not
game.
sure if they'll actually add a new character to 3D World if they do port it.
I really hope that they would. Because I was kind of disappointed by the fact there's only 5 playable characters. Like, it's nice that we have multiple playable characters, I'm just disappointed by the lack of quantity.
Yeah.
Like, the only character you even unlock is Rosalina. And you unlock her in Star Road, which is near the end of the game, so...
Yeah. You know, sometimes I think about the Wii U and wonder how many more games will get ported and what games will actually stay exclusive. Because, like, when I think about
I think
it,
they're going to port 3D World eventually.
Because, like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if 3D World got ported, but there are some games I could see staying exclusive, like Nintendo Land, for example. There was another game
I never got a chance to play that game. Apparently, it's pretty fun.
There was another game
no, Fortune Street. Fortune Street was the game I'm thinking of.
That was on the regular Wii.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was also on the Wii U for some reason.
Yeah, Austin and I own the Wii game.
Isn't it like Nintendo Monopoly?
And
doesn't Yoshi commit to evading taxes in that game?
It's
Isn't it like the only piece of evidence that Yoshi actually dodges taxes?
Yeah, but it is a really weird game. Weird in that it's a crossover between Mario and Dragon Quest, and also a Monopoly game.
I didn't even know about the Dragon Quest element.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's a crossover between Mario and Dragon Quest.
Honestly, that makes the Mario and Rabbids crossover make a little bit more sense. If they've already done a crossover with Dragon Quest of all things.
Just wait until Mario does a crossover with something that doesn't make any sense at all, like...
Like Ace Attorney?
Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense, would it?
Unless it was a Sunshine remake, then maybe it makes sense.
An Ace Attorney Sunshine remake. It's a remake of
Mario
Sunshine
actually gets to defend himself against the bullshit corruption in Isle Delfino that makes him clean up the island for a mess he wasn't responsible for.
It's a remake of Sunshine where he gets Phoenix Wright as his lawyer.
Hell, I'd pay money to see that. I wouldn't buy the game itself, but I'd pay somebody to play it for me.
I will admit that would be pretty funny.
$24 Karat Gold by Kentona. That's the wrong carrot, by the way. I don't know if some things are supposed to be carrots, but they don't look like carrots to me, so I'm not calling them carrots.
Gosh, you know, when I think about some characters and how they play in Smash, like, I think, like, the best thing to do with some characters would be to just exaggerate their abilities, because we don't typically see them in a fighting setting. Like, for example, the way I see Phoenix Wright as a fighter, you could do something like have him throw documents and have them actually do damage, even though they wouldn't in real life, but it's a video game, it's not supposed to be realistic. Have the objection hold it bubbles hurt them. Stuff like that.
That's just the kind of stretch that I don't see Nintendo making, though. Like, I can't really think of a character in Smash Bros. Who hasn't had some basis in fighting. Like, even characters like Wario, they had the Wario Land games, so...
Yeah.
Even though his appearance is more based
again,
on his appearance in the WarioWare games, he does have the Wario Land games. Like...
Yeah.
Like I try to think, and I can't think of a single standout example where a character didn't have some fighting prowess already.
I'm gonna go look at a Smash roster and see if I can find any like that. Not sure if there actually is one, but...
I mean, I guess Duck Hunt Dog could count?
Yeah, I mean, I would say Dr. Mario, but he's a clone of Mario. So...
Yeah, he's just an echo of Mario, so... Though he's not technically in it. I'd call him an Echo if I was in charge of naming it, because his attacks are only minusculely different. Like, surprise of all surprises, Luigi is less of a clone than Dr. Mario.
Oh yeah, we don't normally... Oh yeah, what about the villager and Isabelle from Animal Crossing?
That, I guess, is the case you could argue, because... Yeah, they're not known for fighting things. Although with Villager, they pull a lot of his moves from, like, NES games, which I guess kind of makes sense, because those were collectible in the original Animal Crossing, right? Yeah. The NES games?
So isn't that
because he has moves from, like, Punch-Out and Balloon Fight and all that.
So I guess it's not really much of a stretch to imagine characters that don't typically fight being added at some point. It's not the end of the world if they don't, though.
It's just like, I can only imagine them making that exception so many times.
Yeah.
And particularly for third party, I don't see them making it at all. Just because there's so many third party characters they have to choose from, why would they go with somebody who doesn't make sense in a fighting setting?
I mean, he's been in a fighting setting before, but Phoenix, right? That is.
Well, that's courtroom fight. Wasn't he in one of the Capcom Versus games?
No, I was gonna say he's been in an actual fighting game. It's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Forest Temple by Deckler. What were his moves like in that game?
I'm not really sure because I never actually played that game. Although, if Phoenix Wright does get added to Smash officially, his moveset better be better than it is in Super Smash Bros. Crusade, which is a Smash fan game.
Oh, it's a Smash fan game. I don't expect it to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently Super Smash Flash 2 is decent.
With his moveset in Crusade is one of his attacks is sneezing.
How did I fall off of that vine?
But yeah, I think that's about all I can find on the Smash roster for people that don't really fight.
Like, I'm just running through my mind, and it's just like...
Oh yeah, here's a question. Since Nintendo has put both Ness and Lucas in Smash, when are we getting Nintendo in Smash?
I wouldn't know who that is. I've not touched the Earthbound series.
Like, we have two of the mother protagonists in Super Smash Bros. Now. Why not have all three? We got the one from Mother 2, aka Earthbound, and the one from Mother 3. And the original game in the Mother series was actually localized on the Wii U. So isn't it interesting how the character from the game in the series never localized is in Smash in the localized versions of the Smash games? But the character from the one that was just localized a few years ago has yet to make an appearance.
Wasn't localization part of the reason that Lucas wasn't in Melee? Because I heard he was originally planned to be in Melee instead of Ness.
I don't know if he was planned for Melee, but like I heard that when they were localizing Brawl, they were planning to cut Lucas, but there was a petition from fans that were like, keep him in the game. They kept him in. They removed Lucas from Smash 4 at first, but added him back as DLC. But yeah, I wonder what other characters what other first-party characters could be added. Like,
they don't have a lot left.
Because like, there are some franchises that are, well, probably dead, pretty much dead at this point.
Wasn't there
all Nintendo
Saturn on Twitter?
IPs.
What is that franchise she keeps going on about? I don't remember what it is. It's Panel de Pawn, I think, is it?
Tetris Attack?
No, not.
Or
it may have been Tetris. It may have been Tetris related. I don't know. I think it was Panel de Pawn.
And it was renamed
The
Puzzle
character
League,
has a
that's what I'm
similar,
thinking of.
like, flower motif to Daisy.
Yeah.
I don't exactly remember. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that.
So a character like Kyle Hyde, which is from Hotel Dusk, a visual novel, it wouldn't really make much sense, but he used to be a cop, so he knows how to use a gun. So I don't know.
Considering people are raving over Joker having a gun in Smash, maybe that's enough.
Hotel Dusk is technically a Nintendo franchise. Originally, they just published it, but since the company that developed is out of business, they own the rights now.
Forest of Cold Silence by Master of Mayhem.
And of course, there's also new IPs to consider, because, like, remember Nintendo bought Bayonetta, it ended up with the rights to Bayonetta on the Wii U? And I had no idea who she was when she was confirmed for the game.
I was aware of the character, because I marathoned all of Some Call Me Johnny's reviews at that point, and he reviewed the Bayonetta games.
And one thing to avoid, adding too many Fire Emblem characters. That was the problem with
There's
Smash
already...
4's
Isn't there almost as many Fire Emblem characters as there are Pokemon characters?
Like
there's
I
already
still
enough
remember-
Pokemon to make a full team in Smash Brothers.
I remember a lot of the newcomers in Smash 4, I didn't even recognize them. I was just like, who are these people?
The only
Like,
one
I
I
remember
really
when
got
they-
excited about was Rosalina and Luma. And I think the Mii Fighters.
I remember when they confirmed Shulk, they announced it like everybody was expecting it, and I'm just like, who the fuck is Shulk?
Get this shirtless boy out of my Christian-friendly family Nintendo game.
You know, would Waluigi actually, when I think about it, would Waluigi actually work as a Smash character?
Well, yeah, you could probably pull from the sports games just like Peach does. So you can probably also take a couple elements from Wario. He could work if Nintendo bothered. It's just that Nintendo keeps teasing us by just making him an assist trophy where he decimates people with a tennis racket. Which is what makes me think he'd be a good fill-in for representing the sports area of Mario. Because Peach doesn't do enough of that. It's just
Here's
a
an
side
idea.
B,
Can we
basically.
make the dogs from Nintendogs playable fighters?
But it's,
We already got a lot of Pokemon stuff.
yeah, we've got enough Pokemon representatives.
I know we got Splatoon, but do we have ARMS stuff yet?
I don't know if there's ever going to be any ARMS representation in Smash. That game kind of crashed and burned from what I remember.
Yeah.
Ooh, am I going to get another bomb? Yes, I'm going to get another bomb
What was this?
flower.
I guess maybe we could expect more Xenoblade characters over time.
I wouldn't know. I have no idea what that franchise is like.
The only character I really know is Shulk, and from what I know, people only like the first one. People have mixed opinions on X, and a lot of people say the second game on the Switch is terrible.
What I remember people complaining about the second game was the art style and how it was too anime.
I remember the
Which I
second
find
one, people
laughable coming from Nintendo fans, but okay.
Yeah. I remember a lot of people complaining about how one of the characters in the second one had like really big boobs. And like unrealistic. And I mean,
That's
like,
how you know
unrealistic
they're a
big boobs.
Nintendo fan. They complain about characters having big breasts. You don't hear that from any other fans of any other games.
Oh yeah, that's right. Advance Wars exist.
Advance Wars is actually an assist trophy, so... There's a chance. I have no idea about most of Nintendo's franchises that aren't the big ones, so...
What the hell is X? Is that the
Mega Man X?
No, it's. I'm looking at the Wikipedia article, and apparently there's a Nintendo franchise called X, and they have a 1992 video game called X and one called Escape.
Yeah, wasn't that like a Game Boy first-person flyer shooter? Why did I re-enter this level? Damn it, I don't want to die and lose this thing. Can't...
So it looks like it was just...
Oh.
It was, okay, I was going to say it looks like it was just published by Nintendo, but actually it was Nintendo EAD collaborating with Argonaut Games. It's a three-dimensional first-person shooter on the Game Boy, released in Japan on May 29th, 1992. And it got a sequel on DSiWare called Escape.
Cloudsdale Sanctuary by Pyrodoom. My biggest disappointment with regards to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the fact that I can't put the Escape theme in the Star Fox stages anymore because of how they broke up the music. Like, I'm serious, that's one of my biggest disappointments about Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, it looks like the original game was Japan only. But the sequel was released and everything. Oh yeah, could we get more Kirby characters in Smash one of these days? That would be nice.
If it's Marks, I'm going to fucking scream. Marks is the worst boss in Classic Mode in Smash Ultimate. You will not convince me that he is not a terrible excuse for a fight. I think Calamity Ganon is the only one worse than Marks.
Yeah, haven't people been wanting Marks for a while?
I would have no idea. I freaking hate the character after all the shit he put me through in Classic Mode.
Who knows, maybe they could add some of the characters from Kirby 64.
Thankfully, the music in this stage is helping me calm down.
Oh, I got an idea! What if we have Yarn Kirby be a playable character? I think that would be interesting.
Is he significantly different from regular Kirby?
Oh yeah, he plays a lot differently from regular Kirby.
I guess I could be down for that. Be better than them adding Metal Mario to Smash Brothers, even though there's already the Metal Blocks item! Ugh! I cannot explain my disdain for Metal Mario.
Yarn Kirby is Yarn Kirby can't suck up enemies, so he has to rely on his new Yarn abilities.
This made Kirby very upset.
But I won't lie, Kirby's Epic Yarn is actually a pretty good game. You know, most people, a lot of people talk about the Kirby games and say there's no bad Kirby game, although I've been hearing people say the Kirby games just aren't as good in recent years. And I'll be honest, I have played a Kirby game that I do consider to be bad, because I never found it that interesting. I played it once and I'm like, nope, I'm done. And that was Kirby's Pinball Land. For some
No
reason,
relation
really
to Mario's Pinball Land, I assume.
Gosh. For some reason, I didn't like Kirby's Pinball Land.
Do you like pinball games?
I'm not crazy about them, but I've played other pinball games. They're a lot more interesting than Kirby's Pinball Land, in my opinion. I mean,
You're talking like 3D Pinball Space Cadet, right? Because you are some fucked up son of a bitch if you don't like 3D Spaceball Pin... If you don't like 3D Pinball Space Cadet.
I used to play that every now and then. I think I played that a lot at school. But the pinball game I played the most as a kid was like some NASCAR pinball.
NASCAR pinball?
Yeah, I think I still have the disc somewhere in the computer room. But yeah, it was a NASCAR-themed pinball game, and I used to play it all the time.
Mushroom Supernova by Ninate Hollows. I like this stage.
One thing that makes me upset about the Super Nintendo Classic is that it doesn't have Kirby's Dream Land 3. I was kind of hoping it would, but instead I got Kirby Superstar, which I already owned on the Wii.
I don't know why, but this stage really, really reminds me of Terraria. It's probably because of the mushrooms and the eyeballs. Because those are two themes that kind of are in Terraria a lot. Because the mushrooms are given their own biome, and half the bosses in the game are just eyes. Because Terraria has some kind of weird eyeball fetish that I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to know what their browser history is full of.
Red Digit, what did you smoke after Nintendo threatened you to take down the game? He must have been thought, oh shit, I gotta find out, I gotta get a new idea and fast. Eyeballs.
He had some leftover Mario mushrooms and he smoked them.
And then proceeded to add them in Terraria because why not? Because not even kidding, some of the mushrooms in Terraria, you can make them into a powder and that spreads world evil, so...
Yeah, so earlier we were talking about Minecraft and, you know, future series to do. And to be honest, I kind of like the idea of a series where we just go through different adventure maps. Where we go through one, try to complete it, and if we complete it, we move on to the next one. And if we go through it for a little while and then find it to be completely bullshit, we give up and move on to another one.
Hey look, I think I found the beta design for the Eye of Cthulhu. And it's almost about to kill me. For the Eye of Cthulhu, that's freaking embarrassing.
God, what's with all the hentai games on Steam?
Hey, look at that, I killed it. I wouldn't know what the hell is up at Valve HQ. Steam is such a fucking mess.
Yeah. It really is.